Just talk us through who Tom Krause is and why we're worried about the deep cuts he's done in the private sector.
Yeah, thanks for having me. So we're learning more information about Tom Krause, the DOGE pick, Elon Musk's DOGE pick at Treasury. As you mentioned, he currently holds two jobs, one at Treasury and one as CEO of Cloud Software Group. Cloud Software Group was formerly known as Citrix Systems. That company got acquired for $16.5 billion in a private equity leveraged buyout in 2022. And what we've done is we've taken a look at a series of pretty significant cost cuts that Krause enacted at Cloud Software Group over the last 2.5 years, and in particular, the impact of those cuts on the security of Citrix products. There's a family of Citrix products called NetScaler. These are security appliances that have been at the center of a number of major hacks in recent years. And what we looked at was to try to quantify the level and the extent of the cuts to the security department at Citrix and any impact to the security of those appliances. And what we found was that the cuts were very deep indeed across the company, including the security department, and that this, in fact, may be why Krause was selected by Musk's DOGE as for this Treasury role. His background is cost-cutting. His background is also, according to sources we've spoken with, running incredibly profitable companies. This is his specialty.
Jordan, your reporting raises an important question about employing private equity tactics, this cost-cutting that you're talking about in sensitive sectors. So now kind of take that into the government in Washington, where Krause now has more influence. What has the agency said, the Treasury Department, as well as maybe even the company he's still employed by, which I found super surprising?
Yeah, the Treasury Department says things are, operating normally while the DOGE team kind of conducts its work. Over the weekend, Krause, and other DOGE staffers were, temporarily stopped from accessing data and using the data. However, what the reporting finds is that, this is a strategy, a very time-honored strategy among private equity companies to, kind of load up companies with debt, buy them with lots of debt. You have to then cut lots of costs in order to repay that debt. And, in terms of the potential impact on the federal government, it really depends who you talk to. We've spoken to folks, and we've included their commentary in our story, that think that ultimately Krause could be really a positive thing for the government in terms of, really aggressively slashing expenses and finding ways to be more efficient. We've also spoken to other, industry experts, security experts, government experts, who say that applying a private equity approach to government, could potentially have very, very serious and very unexpected consequences, especially when you're talking about cutting not just thousands of employees that were cut at Citrix, but potentially tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands or more.